Now, for me, as a complete outsider, without a vote, without any real primary involvement or investment in the American political situation, that seems like a better deal for your money. You know, even if you forget about the principles and just look at the down end of the ticket, right? You've got a woman who's governor of Alaska, who's never worked in the federal system at the sharp end. She's just been essentially a victim of the federal system, and that's her hobby horse. The federal system's corrupt. If you vote for me and John McCain, we'll make everything better, because we're not corrupt and we're exciting and out there on the fringes, want to give you your money back, don't want your tax. But hold on a minute, I want the lights to work and I want the water to come out the taps, and I'd quite like us not to be vulnerable to being invaded by North Korea or something like that. That's, you know, it's the trade-off in the American psyche, I guess. On the other hand, you've got this guy who says, I don't want to tax the super rich so that they're not super rich anymore. I just want to slow down how rich they're getting. I want to take a little bit more money off the super rich and use that to cut taxes for the middle classes who are bearing the economic brunt of the market downturn, the credit crunch, the mortgage crisis, just to make it that little bit easier for real people, you know, not the super rich who don't work and have yachts and things, but real people, anyone earning less than $250,000 a year. Fucking hell, is that the boundary? You know, in American money, I make about $120,000 a year if I work every single day and take no holiday. And I get no benefits. You know, Americans talk about health benefits, and yeah, I'm a freelancer, I don't get any benefits, right? So if I work every single day, take no vacation, I earn about $120,000. I'd have to be doing twice as well in America to have to worry about paying a very small amount of extra tax for being a rich bastard. Right? He's offering to do all of that and sort of have a strategy for getting out of Iraq and focusing on finding the Taliban and Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan and improving Americans' foreign relations and bolstering alternative energy. Yeah, John McCain's plan for alternative energy is to drill offshore. Yet finding new oil isn't an alternative energy source, it's more of the same, and it continues to contribute to global warming, where windmills do and still contribute to global warming because you've got to make the windmills, and you know, if you use power that comes from a carbon burning source then it has a footprint, but in the long term less bad than finding new oil and wrecking some beautiful natural paradise in order to get the new oil. Yeah, even if it's an ugly coastline. I mean, I don't know. They're talking about offshore drilling in America. Even if it's an ugly coastline, surely there's fish or crabs or something. Or, I mean, I don't know. But, you know, it's got to be better to fill an empty desert that nobody lives in with solar panels and put a few thousand windmills about the place, surely. And, you know, maybe we can all get together on a nuclear thing and find a way to do that safer. Maybe not. It sounds a bit dicey, I know. Everyone can remember Chernobyl. You know, no one's quite young enough yet that they haven't heard about Chernobyl ever. You know, kids learn about it in school, even in America. So, anyway, you've got this guy who's saying, I'm going to do all these things, and the way I'm going to pay for them is I'm going to take the super rich and ask them for a tiny bit more money. And 95% of Americans will have no increase in tax, and the vast majority of those that have no increase in tax will actually get some money back. So you get to pick him, or the guy who says, I'm going to cut taxes for everyone, particularly the super rich and corporations. I mean, I stopped listening at that point. You know, just fairness? So, watching this debate between the two potential vice presidents, and Palin answering every question by saying, but don't forget the federal government's evil. I want a job in it. In fact, I want to run it. But it's evil. And it will continue to be evil and plague your life unless I'm running it. And I was just thinking, I really don't know a fucking thing about this stuff. I read The New Yorker, I read American websites, I watch as much American TV stuff, you know, cable stuff like C-SPAN that I can get on the internet. I talk to people about American politics and I don't get it. I mean, I don't get British politics either, really. Because, you know, we just seem to have a single party system now. I'm going to get in trouble for that. People are going to comment about it. Well, if they watch this far into the... Anyway. So that's really all that's been going on, isn't it? I mean, the credit crunch has been going on for a while, and that's kind of sort of low hum of ambient news noise behind everything else. You know, the market's down. Interest rates are going to have to go up again, so there'll be less borrowing, less investment. The economy's slowing down. I don't think we've technically had a recession yet in any of the big economies around the world, but everybody says it might be coming and we have to prepare. And there's, you know, banks going to the wall left, right and centre because they were foolish about the way in which they managed their own debt. So that's all fine, apparently, because governments are buying banks. Does anyone else have a problem with this? The logical bit of my brain says that the American bailout is a good idea. It says that buying Bradford and Bingley, or helping to prop up Bradford and Bingley and helping someone else buy the rest of them, was a good idea. You know, if they hold the mortgages for a large proportion of the property that's being paid for on that sort of long-term mortgage lending basis in the UK, and suddenly they went to the wall, what happens to all those properties? Yeah, it's a problem. I can see why you can't let that happen, because it's too much too fast. But I do kind of worry a little bit about the idea that even last year, when things looked like they might go badly wrong, there were probably a small number of people at these companies earning stupid six-figure bonuses for fucking up our economy for us. That seems wrong. But, you know, hopefully it'll all sort of come out in the wash. We can but hope. But there's not really a lot else going on. I mean, I don't keep up on the gossip stuff. So really, I've been a bit sort of, well, there's the American election and there's the credit crunch. There's not a lot else going on really, it's a bit quiet. So anyway, other than that, some of you may not have seen the new haircut yet. Yeah, bit shorter, and it's a bit untidy at the moment, but I've got rid of the sides of the beard, as you can see, so it's just a sort of rather unbalanced goatee I can see looking into the screen of the video camera. I'm a bit worried about that now, that one side goes out a lot wider than the other. Oh well. So I went to San Francisco, met some people that I knew off the internet, have some lovely memories, wandered around a bit. I've still not finished writing up the blog entries about it because I'm really lazy. And I got this fantastic, rather fetching haircut that I really quite like now. In fact, I liked it when it was done. I think it's fair to say that I liked it straight away. And then I got back to England and I wondered how other people would feel about it, which is fairly pathetic. But anyway, it's done and I like it. I'm still not sure whether I'm going to slowly, sort of progressively get it shorter and shorter and shorter, which was the original plan. For now it's sort of staying this pre-Raphaelite 21st century Oscar Wilde wannabe floppy thing. See what happens. The only other really great thing that persists, apart from the photographs and the memories and the haircut from San Francisco, is this amazing bag I got. Oh. Yeah. The messenger bag. There's loads of people who do bike messenger couriering stuff in San Francisco, and this bag is really cool. Because normally when you have a messenger bag and you've got your headphones on, you can't get the bag off over the headphones, or you have to put the headphones under the bag strap. No problem with this one. Because the strap, I don't know if you can see that. You see that? The strap has this buckle on it that's like a seatbelt, and you can just... Ha-ha! Brilliant! Then wrap it back around yourself, and away you go. Made by Chrome. You can get them in the UK just by getting them shipped in. Yeah, so that's it for now. I'll do this again, if you like. Thanks very much.